do whatever the fuck I feel like. Ooh, not like anybody else is driving. Yeah, sure, the speed limit's 15. Jesus, the fuck?